Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2023 Porsche 911 GT3R. So this has 1,441 horsepower, 1,347 pounds-feet of torque from a 4.6 litre twin turbocharged hybrid V8. The car itself weighs 3,092 pounds, has all-wheel drive, and it can only 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds and 0 to 100 in 3.75 seconds. So we've obviously used this car before in the likes of the 911 Rally, which was in the previous episode. That managed a respectable 272 miles an hour. Now that car does weigh slightly less than this, at 88 pounds less, but this has better acceleration, and yeah, it is obviously a racing car, so therefore the handling is not going to be an issue whatsoever on this speed run. But what will be an issue is the downforce. Now it has been reduced, it's been reduced as low as it can go, but while the aerodynamic downforce bodywork is there, it's still going to produce downforce regardless of how much I reduce it by. So yeah, and that rear wing in particular is producing still a fair decent amount. So that is likely to slow it down, and therefore probably won't be as quick as the Rally from the previous episode, but still, it's going to be interesting to see what it can do, and it's no doubt a properly quick car in terms of acceleration. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's get out there and see what it can do. So properly quick in comparison to the Rally in terms of acceleration. Easily one of the fastest cars that we've had to 60 at the very least. There's not many that we've had that have been able to do that in less than 2 seconds. That's 250. So obviously the faster we go, the more the downforce is going to be pushing the car down, and therefore increasing the weight, and therefore slowing the car down in terms of gaining any speed. As you can see, we are now struggling to gain any extra speed at 269 miles an hour. It will be handling like a housefly though right now, because it is generating so much downforce. So we shouldn't have any issue in terms of that, but yeah, it is, as you can see, holding the car back in a way that it did not hold the 911 Rally back. Still, it's able to keep up with a consistent rate of speed because of how good the handling is. Right, so we're going to gain speed now down on this downhill section, but it's about what we can hold after the fact. So there is 272. We've needed gravity to get to it. Back down to 269. Can we get any more? No, 269. So that is 3 miles an hour slower than the Rally, and yeah, by no means the fastest Porsche that we've had on this series so far. So yeah, that's a little bit of a shame, but 269 miles an hour still means that we managed to match rather impressive competition like the Audi RS e-tron GT, Toyota GR86, Pagani Huayra R, the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, and the likes of the Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray. We're quicker than a Hyundai Envision 74, a bunch of the Formula Drift vehicles, as well as a Ferrari SF90 Stradale, and other impressive vehicles like the McLaren Artura, Eagle Speedster, and the Porsche 911 Sport Classic. So we're quicker than that one. But in terms of Porsches overall, we are not just slower than the Rally from the previous episode, but we are at least quicker than the 911 GT3 by 3 miles an hour. So we're quicker than the more road-going orientated version of this car, so that is at least something. But we are ultimately the 8th fastest, no, yeah, the 9th fastest Porsche that we've had on this series. Still slower than the Porsche 356 SL Gunman Coupe by 2 miles an hour. Slower than the Rally, like I said. Slower than the GT3 RS, so again we're quicker than the normal GT3, but we're slower than the RS version of this car, as well as the 718 Cayman GT4 RS, the 917/20 from 1971, the 906 Carrera 6, the Taycan Cross Turismo Turbo S, which is still a ridiculously quick car for a heavy, practical saloon car, or estate car in that case, and we're also slower than the 917 LH, which is still the 10th fastest vehicle we've had on this series so far. So yeah, not quite as impressive in comparison to the general array of Porsche vehicles that we've had on this series. Granted, it's not the slowest, and it does have great handling on its side to help it maintain its top speed, but that's all it's really got going for it. If it could be doing 280 miles an hour while having that kind of handling, it would be, yeah, easily one of the best vehicles on this series. But unfortunately, not even able to crack 270 is a bit of a underwhelming kind of top speed, considering its immense amount of power and incredible acceleration. So yeah, unfortunately that's all it's going to be able to do. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.